Yeah.
Yes, now it is. So, okay, my two lovely ladies. Oh my God, this is great. So we could do it from far away, and we're three dots in the new skin world, right? One here, one there, one here.
Yeah. Amazing.
Welcome. Yeah. Okay, let me do introduction. So welcome everyone. This is an amazing week because we have Farmer Next week, and yesterday we have Frank Young talk about the history of Farmer Next, and we just happened by chance. Steve Hatchett was giving a talk on another Zoom, and he didn't finish. So I put the Zoom over here, and I think he did like 10, 15 minutes. Everybody was listening. His pitch about, the prism and all that. It's very exciting that the final version is coming out. So we are waiting, and we are waiting for our life pack to, people that take notes, because right now it's only the beta version. Nobody has seen the real thing. So when the real thing comes, all our vitamins, our supplements will go in handy, very, very handy. So I want to introduce, oh, you have your prism. Ooh,
It's not
yeah,
the real thing yet.
I know. Yours is beta or is the real thing?
Beta. Beta
Okay.
still.
I will have to fly over and get yours if you have the real thing. But anyway, so it's a very exciting time. We have everything going on. So, and today I'm so happy because we have Susan and Karen both here with us to share what do they know about LifePack Nano and everything about nutrition. Okay, so here both of you are. Please start. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Marguerite. I'm very excited to be on today's call, and I know Susan is too, because both of us are really, really passionate about New Skin, Life Pack, the technology. And first of all, just a little bit about us before we start. So I'm coming in from a place called the Gold Coast in Queensland, and Susan and I live about would be, I don't know how many hours driving, but a long way.
About 20.
It takes me a couple of days. About 20 hours? Okay.
I'd say about 20 hours.
It's 20 hours to Cairns, so I think you might be wrong.
Oh, really? About 60 hours.
Okay. Yeah, I think
it's a long way.
It's a long way. We live a long way from each other, but in the same country. And so I'm on the fabulous Gold Coast, which is the Miami, I guess, of Australia. And Susan, you are?
I'm in Melbourne, which is like the Arctic Circle of the world.
Oh, I did not make it there the last time. They wanted me to go down and see the penguins.
Yeah.
The penguins are fabulous.
The penguins are beautiful. So the weather in Melbourne at this time of year can be anything from 35 degrees Celsius down to 7 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
It's a tricky place to live.
It is.
So, a little bit about our background. So first of all, my background is banking and finance. This is why I came to New Skin, was through the nutrition. And so back then, 20 years ago for me, the biophotonic scanner was just being talked about, and they're saying it was coming. And so the first product I ever purchased was LifePack, but just normal LifePack. This is LifePack Prime. And I always took lots of vitamins. Lots and lots of vitamins. My family history is full of cancer. My father had died of cancer. My uncles, I had a cousin at the age of 9 that died of leukemia. I had other cousins that also sadly passed away from cancer. And so knowing about my health, and we don't make any medical claims here, but knowing about my health was really, really important. And so when I saw the biophotonic scanner, I thought, wow, that could save my life and the people that I cared about. That's my interpretation, not the company's. And so I started using the products, and I've got to say, I went from taking a whole heap of supplements that weren't working and weren't being absorbed into my body to finally finding products that work for me. So I've been taking LifePack now for 20 years, and I'm really passionate about that product. Susan, tell us about you.
Yes, so I have been with New Skin for 10 years, and I was brought up in a household where my dad is a microbiologist. So everything in our house was all about science. And I was always taught to make sure that anything I put into my body was actually clinically proven that it was what it said it was. And my dad told me that supplements don't work. And so when I started with Nu Skin, I was highly skeptical, but I was very interested. I did a lot of research, and I found out that the supplements do indeed work. They've made such a huge difference to me. And my dad now takes Span, and he swears by it. So, yeah, I mean, clinical evidence is everything, right? And the proof is in the pudding. So, yeah, I've been taking the supplements for the entire 10 years. I've take quite a lot of them.
We both take quite a lot of our supplements.
Yeah.
And so from there, we both become very, very excited about the business of Nu Skin as well. The biophotonic scanner being able to measure and remeasure. We now know that measurement is the new medicine. And so if you can measure it, you can change it. And so I went off and became even more excited about the little devices that iron out wrinkles and get rid of wobbly bits. And it turned into a very good business for me. And I was lucky enough to meet Marguerite and Pat on Team Elite trips around the world, and feel very, very blessed and privileged to come and here and share. And for you, Susan, also lots of growth in the business too.
Yeah, and I'm so honoured to be here. Thank you for having us. It's always great to have the opportunity to present for you guys.
Okay, so let's get going. Susan, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Let's go, guys. Okay, so we're going to be talking life pack. So I'm just going to share my screen, and we will get going. Okay, let's go. So Life Pack is the best of science and nature. And that's one of the things that I love about Nu Skin, and one of the great descriptions that was given to me when I first started, that, you can have a garden, and man on his own is not going to be able to grow the seeds and make the rain happen and the sunshine, and also germinate the seed. And God on his own is not going to be able to pull the weeds and trim the curves and stuff like that. But together, God and man can do amazing things. And that's a bit like Life Pack. Life Pack is the best of science and nature, and it helps our body perform at a optimum level. And that's what we want. We don't want to be dragging around. We want to be living our life, our best life. And I know before I started taking Life Pack, I took lots of vitamins, because that was how I was brought up, to take lots of vitamins. And completely opposite to Susan. And so I took lots of vitamins, but I was still getting every bug that went around. So if the kids came home with something, I would catch it too. And so for me, and I was I also train a lot with swimming, and always been heavily involved in sport. And by 8 o'clock at night, if I wasn't in bed, I'd be ripping people's heads off because I was tired and cranky, because I had been up since at least 5 o'clock in the morning, and I've been active all day. And what I found when I started taking Life Pack is, first of all, I wasn't taking as much. It was cheaper than what I was already spending. And I could stay up till 10 o'clock like a grown up, even on a school night. And I wasn't as cranky, which I think was really a great blessing for my family. And I didn't, and I stopped catching every bug that was going around. And so I found incredible things for myself. What about you, Susan?
Yeah, look, with Life Pack in particular, so I used to get sick all the time. Every year, anytime that anyone got a cold or a flu, I'd be like, keep away from me, because I was the one who would get it immediately, 3 or 4 times a year. Since I have been taking the supplements, so Life Pack, G3, Y-Span, R squared, the list goes on. I very, very rarely get sick. And if I do, I recover very quickly. Other people are sort of laid out for weeks, and I'm just like, oh no, I'm okay. I'll be fine. And it goes away quickly. So, yeah, I think this is a phenomenal foundational product. And, in terms of the price, I was listening to someone talking the other day, and he was saying, people don't have money issues, they've got prioritization issues. So, they might be prioritizing I don't know, their McDonald's or Starbucks frappe every day, as opposed to prioritizing their health. So I thought that was really interesting.
That is really interesting, Susan.
Mm.
it is absolutely a priority. I know when we first started taking LifePak as a family, and Jungle Mails for the kids and other things, you know, we made the
G3.
decision. Yeah, G3. We made the decision that we wouldn't go out for coffees and stuff because we wanted
Yeah.
to spend the money there and
Yeah.
on our. So yeah, it's about making priority. And I loved Dr. Joe Chang, who's our Chief Scientific Officer, talks about the holistic approach between science, technology, and always being on top of things and sourcing new things that help unlock our true potential. So how lucky are we to have that someone like Joe Chang plus our team of 75 PhD scientists that work with us.
Incredible.
The other thing that Nu Skin does, and that is a 6S quality process. So that the 6 S's are selection, sourcing, and then we've got, specification, standardization, safety, and substantiation. Now, they're all pretty big words, but this process puts us in a very high category, which then we can be easily recognized in the scientific community. But Susan, what does this pharmaceutical grade, what does it really mean?
Yeah, so often when people ask me what sets our supplements apart, one of the main things I say, well, is that they are pharmaceutical grade. So it means they are completely pure. There are no toxins in them. If I think it was you, Karen, when we first met, you were telling me if you dropped a drop of iodine into an Olympic-sized pool, that would be like 1 part per million, whereas our products are tested for 2 parts per billion. So there's just literally the purest products on earth. Pharmaceutical grade also means that every single dose is exactly the same. So you know that what you're getting in the capsule. So, here's my LifePak Prime. Those capsules in every single sachet, in every single box that's manufactured, are exactly the same dose. It also means that they are bioavailable. So that means that they are readily absorbed into your bloodstream quickly, which then means your body can use them effectively. Whereas if something is not bioavailable, it passes through your body before you can get any benefits from it. And this last point is always, a winner for people. These are products, because they're pharmaceutical grade, they are recommended by many doctors, pharmacists, and other types of practitioners. So that is a key point for all of our supplements, and really important to share that with people.
Absolutely, you are absolutely right. And yes, I mean, we just don't want to be wasting money on expensive toilet torpedoes. We want stuff that's going to be absorbed.
Yeah,
This is one of my favorite slides, and I first saw it through corporate. And this is the scientific validation behind Nu Skin, and the amount of clinical trials and white papers and all that sort of stuff, and they're peer reviewed, is really has been happening since 1984, and will continue to happen from Nu Skin. So you can feel rest assured that you have got something that is actually really going to be working in your body and has had all the clinical trials behind it.
So my dad was very impressed with that.
Yeah, your dad needs to see that.
He did see it. He was very impressed. He was very impressed.
Oh.
And in fact, he made me pause and choose one so that we could then go and look it up and make sure that it was real. And yes, and there's thousands. I think you could run that slide for what, 10 minutes? And it would just keep
15,
going through them. 15 minutes.
15
How
minutes.
extraordinary.
And it still
Extraordinary.
hasn't finished. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this is the company that we're working with. And of course, 20 years of technology. When I started, it was this greeny colored one on the far left. And then over the years, the technology has developed. Nu Skin owned the patented rights for Raman spectroscopy, reading the antioxidants or the carotenoids in the cells. And of course, now we've got the new Prism about to be released in a couple of weeks' time here in Australia. So LifePak, what is it? That's what we're here to talk about today. In Australia, we get LifePak Prime and LifePak. We don't have LifePak Nano. Both Susan and I are big LifePak Prime takers. And I've been taking it for 20 years. So LifePack it's comprehensive. When people say to me, "Oh, is that a multivitamin?" I go, "No, it's a complete nutritional program in a box." And that's the difference between this and what's out there in the market. There is so much clutter out there in our chemist stores, in Coles and Woolies. That's the main stores here in Australia, plus our health food stores, and nothing compares to this. I know I did this some ages ago, and I should really do it again, Susan. I went to the health food store and I went and got bottles that had all of our things in them, and the cost of doing that, hundreds of dollars, and LifePack had it all. And what I love about this is it's all synergistically aligned so our body can absorb it, and so that's just makes life so much better.
And they're in exact amounts in there. So the reason that the amounts are so precise is that all of the vitamins and minerals, they interact with each other. So they have interdependencies, and you get better results or better absorption, whatever it better affects, whatever it may be, depending on the level of dosage for each of the ingredients. So I think that's super interesting.
It is super interesting. So, Susan, what's in this? What's in this complete nutritional program in a box?
Okay, well, I won't go through every single ingredient, but what I will say, so here in Australia, we have LifePack and LifePack Prime. So LifePack, there are 4 capsules, and LifePack Prime, there are 6. You take it twice a day, morning and evening with your meals. And both LifePack and LifePack Prime have got, I don't know if you can really see it that well, but a green capsule, a yellow capsule. They both have white capsules. There's 4 in LifePack Prime and there's 2 in LifePack. So with the capsules, they contain different ingredients. So the green one contains phytonutrients, the orange one contains carotenoid antioxidants, and the white ones are all of your other vitamins and minerals. So yeah, the LifePack Prime has just got additional things that our bodies need as we get older. So like more cardiovascular benefits, more bone health benefits, and those sorts of things, higher doses of some of the phytonutrients, just to help us that bit more as we get older.
That might be better. I'm just going to reshare the screen.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So yeah, so the reason that we've got the extra ingredients in this is because our bodies change as we get older, and we need some extra support. So yeah, that's what's in there.
Okay, so the health benefits. So there are so many health benefits when you're taking a product like LifePack. First of all, nutrient deficiencies. We can't get enough goodies out of our food anymore. I'm a farmer's daughter, and my father used to always talk about soil nutrition and soil health. I know I read a paper not so long ago, and it was about in America, the soil has been dead, or clinically they would refer to the soil as being dead since 1935 or something, that had been so farmed.
Yeah.
And Australia, we're the same.
Yeah.
And also missing a lot of things. So in Australia, we have none to very little selenium in our soils, and so the that's available in Australia has more selenium than it has in another country that has plenty of selenium. So all those nutrient deficiencies, Nu Skin's very, very clever at doing that. The cardiovascular benefits, bone nutrition. How important is bone health? I mean, the thing is that's our, it's holding up our whole body. We need to have a complete bone nutrition. Healthy immune function. We know in this day and age, our immunity is so important. Before LifePack, I used to take a multivitamin, Susan, and it was 1 capsule a day. Now, capsule didn't have enough of everything to be able to support me. And so when I first was introduced to Nu Skin, it was 4 capsules a day, and I thought, wow, 4. And then I started to understand why there were so many, and things like antioxidants and stuff. So our bodies drop after 12 hours. We get rid of it. And so we need to replenish that. That normal blood sugar levels is really important, protecting our DNA. And of course, my favorite, anti-aging benefits.
Skin benefits. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So, did you go through a little bit about the cardiovascular health?
Yeah, so obviously our cardiovascular health is super important. You know, if we're not healthy in that area, we're not going to be able to walk around. So the Life Pack's got many antioxidants, from the fat soluble ones, which we'll talk about in a minute, to the water soluble ones that have different benefits and different ways that they work within the body. Calcium and magnesium, which we all know about, and I won't read out the slide because you can all see it. Lots of different B vitamins, which is great, and the flavonoids, which were helping to promote blood circulation. So there's every single ingredient plays a specific role. And as I was saying before, the levels of the ingredients, the way that they work synergistically together is what makes this product really stand out from the crowd.
Absolutely. And then, of course, bone health. As we were saying before, bone is really important. The calcium and magnesium. Vitamin D in Australia, vitamin D is at epic lows. It's like a pandemic, because here in Australia, we did a thing called slip, slop, slap. I think it started back in the 80s, where
Yeah,
the government
70s
ran
even.
ads. Yeah, maybe the 70s. The government ran ads on television, everyone to cover up, because, you know, they're concerned about the sun. Well, it works so well that now Australians are really deficient in vitamin D. And because there's a lot of confusion out there, our bodies make cholesterol, and then when we get out in the sun converts cholesterol to vitamin D. And so many people are taking drugs to lower their cholesterol. Well, then even if they get out in the sun, they can't make vitamin D. So there's a lot of things happening out there. And of course, lots of goodies in here to be able to support our bones and bone health. And then, of course, our immune function. Susan, do you want to talk about how Life Pack protects our healthy cells?
Yes, so that's my little picture of a castle and a moat. So if you have a look at that picture, there's a castle in the middle. There's water around it, that is the moat around the castle. There's a crown in there, that's the queen or the king sitting inside. And then around the outside, you've got all these little angry free radicals, which are trying to attack our cells. So the representation there is that the castle is the cell. Then around the cell is what's called the cell membrane. So that is the moat. And, you know, if you think of a castle, you have a moat around it so that intruders can't get in. And that's the idea here as well with our cells. Our cell membrane is there to help to protect what's inside the cell. And what's inside the cell is our DNA. So we really want to be looking after that. Now, with Life Pack, the capsule that I was talking about, that is the yellow sort of orange one, that contains what are called carotenoid antioxidants. And there's two different types of antioxidants. There are fat-soluble antioxidants, which carotenoids are, and there are water-soluble antioxidants, so things like vitamin C, for example. Fat-soluble antioxidants are really great for protecting because they lodge themselves in the cell membrane. So all those little shields that I've got there, that represents someone who's got high levels of carotenoid antioxidants. So none of those free radicals are able to penetrate through the cell wall, and therefore they can't do any damage inside. And I love that little representation. I think it's a great visual.
Yeah, that's really good. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
Now, okay. And so one of the things that they did, well, not New Skin did, but it was called the Nurses Study, and it was done many years ago, I think at least in the 80s. And they tested, and it was thousands of nurses for their bodies holding of vitamins from A to zinc. And over this thousands of people that they did the blood test with, not one person had enough of everything to be able to be performing optimally. And that was the
Wow.
RDAs, the recommended daily averages. Now, I don't know about other countries, but in Australia, the RDAs have not been revisited since before the war. Now, there's been a lot of changes since before the war. We've got things that we're exposed to daily: pollution, EMFs, just fake lighting, blue screens, and then not to mention stress levels. And
Mm,
so there are things that are creating more and more of these red, angry faces here that are bombarding our cells every day. And I read somewhere that the average person is getting around 70,000 hits of free radicals a day. That's if you're a
mm,
non-smoker. If you're a smoker, put a number 1 in front of it and 16 zeros behind it. And
mm.
that's how many free radicals you are creating every time you have a cigarette. And
Yeah.
so there are so many things that are bombarding us these days. We need plenty of those shields protecting our bodies for our long-term health. This is, and because that's what the Prism and the scanner has done, they've been able to measure our body's shield of protection. And so we've got so many great stories. I've got a great story. Susan's got a great story. Here's a couple of people that have shared their story. So this is on the left is beautiful Sylvia. She's from Adelaide in South Australia. She's been taking Life Pack for 27 years. We saw Sylvia in February, no, not February. Last month we had a training. She came up from Adelaide, and she's looking amazing. She's 67 years old, and she has the skin of a 30-year-old. Would you agree with
Yeah.
me, Sue?
Oh, definitely firm, glowing, radiant, youthful. She looked incredible.
Absolutely. And so when you have those changes on the outside, that means you've got the changes on the inside too. I often say to people when they look at my before and after photos, I say this, I've had the same changes on the inside as what I've had on the outside. Is you can't see that, but I can tell you what, I'm living it. I can feel it.
Mm,
Katrina Henty, she's a personal trainer, or was a personal trainer. She's now a new skin distributor as well, and she calls her products her immunity superpower. Because they've made such a difference keeping her well. She's got teenage kids. She's on the go. She lives on a farm in country New South Wales. They live a pretty hard existence down there, and she's living a great life because of her nutritional program. Now,
mm.
Susan, I would love you to share. I'm going to stop sharing. Do you want to just talk
Yes.
about the slide first, and then I can stop sharing?
Yeah. Yes, yes. So I'm going to do a little demonstration for everyone to show you just how powerful Life Pack actually is. So I'm going to be using the carotenoid capsules, so the yellow orange colored ones, so because that's the antioxidants that we measure with the scanner or with the Prism. I'm going to use lemon as a comparison antioxidant, and I'm going to be using betadine, which is an oxidant. I'll explain it as I go. But it's a great little demo, so I'm really looking forward to sharing.
Me too.
Okay.
Take
So
it
first,
away.
thank you. Thank you so much. So I needed
That's
to
a
wear
fun
my
one.
laboratory coat. I forgot to put it
Yes,
on.
where is it?
So I think it's downstairs in the new skin bag.
She
Okay.
actually has a
So
laboratory coat,
I
everybody.
do have a
Just so
laboratory
you
coat.
know.
It's my son's. My son works in pharmaceutical sales. So here is this beautiful glass of water. And this represents our body when it's clear of toxins, it's beautiful and healthy. Hopefully, we've woken up in the morning, we've had an amazing night's sleep, and we're ready to, go ahead and start our day. But what happens is, we have different levels of stress. So let's say I'm going to put in all these different types of stresses. Um, Lack of sleep, pollution, anxiety, your kids are arguing in the car, you've had processed food, you've had too much sugar, you're using lots of different household chemicals, you're running late, you can't find your keys to get into the car, you've drunk too much wine, you just spilt your coffee on your white shirt, and you breathe going into the city and you've breathed in a whole heap of pollution. So our
You
beautiful
just
body.
described most of my days, Susan.
Lucky you take Life Pack. So there we go. We're all contaminated and yucky. We've got all these awful things in our body. Then there's, a lot of people who will drink, warm lemon juice in the morning to sort of set them up for the day. Yeah, lemon juice contains vitamin C, which is an antioxidant. So I'm going to put, this is off a friend's tree. She lives down the road. I'm just going to put some lemon in here. Just bear with me. I don't want to get it all over my computer. few seeds have gone in. Okay, I'm just going to mix that around. All right, I'm going to need more lemon juice. It hasn't cleared that up. Okay, some more. I did put quite a bit of stress in there. All right, getting there. Some more. So we need a lot of lemon to clear that up. Okay. Okay. So there, it's nice and clear. All right, I'm just going to put that one down. And, oh, I've mixed it up a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so I've got another vessel. I'm going to put a whole heap of stress into this vessel as well. Okay, so here we go again. Late night, alcohol, had an argument with my husband, had an accident in the car on my way to work, ate too much, was walking behind a smoker when I was in the city. All of these different things added into my body to stress me out. Okay, there we go. All yucky. Okay, so I'm going to open up the life pack. I don't know if you guys get it in sachets over there, but I didn't realize for years that the way to open life pack was at the bottom and you could just tear it nicely like that. I was snipping it off with scissors and I was thinking, this is ridiculous. Why have they made it so hard? Anyway, Karen told me that.
I think I told you that.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you,
Why is it
Karen.
hard? I just tear it.
Yeah.
I spend most of my life upside down, so
well, we are in Australia. Anyway, so this is the carotenoid capsule, and I'm going to open it up.
How are you going to do that and show us at the same time? Are you able to move your screen down or?
Oh yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens if I do this. Can you see?
I love your dress, by the way.
Oh, thanks so much.
I love that dress.
Oh, thank you. All right, I'm not really sure if I can show you, but here we go. So I'm opening up the capsule. I'm going to put it all in this little dish and then I can lift it up and show you.
Oh, that's a good idea. Sorry, I'm trying to I'm bossing you around.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, so I've got all of that. But I am just going to use a tiny, tiny little pinch of it. So you can't even see it, but I've taken a little pinch. I've left all of that in there. And I'm going to drop this pinch. Well, it won't get off my fingers. Okay, so I've dropped a pinch of it in and then I'm going to mix around. How is that? Isn't that incredible? Absolutely phenomenal. And so then, of course, we've taken our life pack in the morning. We're all protected to go out for the day. We may have additional stresses that come along, because life isn't straightforward. But look, I'll just mix that around again. All neutralized. I'll put a little dab more in. So incredible cellular protection. That is a great demo to show your customers. So imagine if it's that, you're taking all of that. Yeah, so good. So yeah, there you go. That's my little demonstrate the difference.
And if you kept on putting the betadine in the one with the lemon juice, it would quickly go down. Oh, okay.
Here we go. So that's the one with the lemon. It's got all the seeds at the bottom. Okay, so adding some more stresses to the day. There we go. Swizzle it around.
I love this presentation.
So good, isn't it? So yeah, look, all yucky again, the lemon one, so no protection. I'll put the nice life pack one in. I'll see if I can top it up.
Yay! Did it.
See how clear it's going?
And you only use the littlest bit of the
littlest
yellow capsule.
The rest of it's still in there.
You're going to have to swallow that.
Incredible. Cheers.
Wow, amazing.
So good.
That's
good. And I think that's all. Is there anything else you want to share, Susan? Because I think I'm done. I think.
There was just one thing actually, there were two things I was going to say that are sort of relevant, but, a bit off track. One of them is the name Pharmanex. I wanted to mention, when we talked about pharmaceutical grade, the name Pharmanex actually means next generation pharmaceuticals. So Karen taught me that as well. That's where that name came from. And then the other thing I wanted to share about free radicals, so how free radicals damage our cells, is that, we've got all these different sources of free radicals like stress or lack of sleep, anxiety, that produce free radicals in our bodies. But there are two things that actually we inhale free radicals. One of them is radiation, and the other one is smoking. Now, when you smoke, it's not that your body is generating free radicals, it's that you're inhaling them. And I know this is really hard to believe, but it is a fact. A single puff of a cigarette means you are inhaling 10 quadrillion free radicals. Now, there are only 37 trillion cells in our bodies. 10 quadrillion is hundreds of times more the number of cells that we have in our body. So do not smoke. And that
Well,
is why the scores are so low.
yeah, absolutely. That's why we do see scores so low. And I'd actually like to take that one step further, is it's not just smoking. Like, I mean, if we go into shopping centers and we walk past the nail bars, or even
Oh,
just,
yeah, the
through
toxins.
through Kmart and Target and all those places,
Plastics,
everything
yeah.
is packed in plastic, all those sorts of things. It's the clothes we put on. It is so much. And if you can smell a toxin, it's in your bloodstream. So it's
Yes.
not necessarily have to put it in your mouth. And in fact, we absorb more through breathing and also our skin. So if we put things on our skin, and that's why, again, new skin nutritionals for your skin. So we're so lucky to be, partnering and also being introduced to new skin, because you're not putting anything bad on your skin as well. So we are very blessed, and our job is to get there and share this.
Get the word out there, everybody, and yay to the Prism. Cannot wait for that. It's going to put more control into people's hands over their lives. Don't boast.
And so, Susan, I would like to thank you so much. This is why I always invite Susan to be on here with me. She is a wealth of information and explains things so beautifully. And I love the demonstration. Thank you, Susan, very much. I honor you, and yay.
Namaste.
I love that one, Susan. I love the way, little bit stress here. You had a fight with your husband, your kids screaming. I love that presentation. That is amazing.
Oh, so
that is
good.
Amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Karen.
That is different way of showing it, but I love it. I love it. Maybe, Karen, maybe you could talk about Prism. You have a little thing there. You might as well do a little pitch on it, and you're going to be able to buy
my arm, Marguerite. Twist my arm. Okay, so this is the new Prism IO, and this is the beta model. So this isn't the new hunky-dory one, but it's pretty dash good. And so what it is let's turn it on.
It's so pretty.
It is pretty. And so it uses something called fractional lighting to be able to measure more than 230,000 readings of your cells through just putting your finger on this light. And so that's pretty incredible. 230,000 plus readings is a lot. Now, I've come up in the low purple. My goal is to get to the high purple, but it'll give you a reading. Either red is critical. You really need to do something about your health. If you were my sister, my brother, my mother, my best friend, you would have a choice. You'd be doing something. Orange is, well, actually, I haven't scanned a smoker above orange.
No.
And in fact, a lot of the athletes that I scan in the orange section, because like a racing car, they're pushing their body to a higher level and creating more and more free radicals by doing that. The average Australian is scanning in the yellow, which unfortunately in Australia, more than 80% of Australians are dying of a degenerative disease. So, we don't catch cancer, heart disease, or diabetes. We degenerate to it. So something that could be avoided. I don't know about everybody else, but my goal is to die healthy. Green is, okay, you're doing some good things. It's great. Blue is would we say optimal or excellent?
I would say it's, if we were grading it, it would be an A. It would
An
be
A, yes.
It would be an A.
Green purple would be A plus.
A plus plus.
Yes.
Yeah, A plus. A double plus.
A plus plus.
So it just gives you a quick reading. As I said, this one does 234,000 different readings. The one that's coming in just a couple of weeks does more than 700,000 readings of the body's cells. And so much more than just antioxidants. And because of the 30 years worth of science or data that Nu Skin has collected over the last 30 years, they are able to where as you're scanning, throw all that information up into the cloud. It talks to the information that's up there, and they can then formulate a health score. So it's not just an antioxidant score, but it's a health score. It's your measuring those shields around your body plus so much more. And then it will be attached to your iPad or your phone, and the app will then be able to talk about, okay, what is your diet like? What nutrition are you taking? You might want to look at our Nu Skin supplements. What's your exercise like? The water that you're drinking, all that sort of stuff. So it'll give a really good overview of what your body's doing right now, plus what you can do to make a difference, because when we can measure something, we can make changes. And the whole world right now is wearing Apple Watches and Orion rings, and they're measuring their performance, their output, but they're not measuring their battery to be able to protect themselves. So all their force field for their body. And so this is what this can do in 15 seconds. Today, I went to the gym. I measured my trainer. She was down in the low section. Looks amazing. Strong. She's fit. Doesn't mean that she's healthy. And so this is so good, and eventually get it into families' hands. Can you imagine all the mothers around the world that are thinking that their kids they're doing the right thing? They measure their kids, they come up poor. Mum's going to be onto it. So I'm very excited about what this does, what it will do, and how we can help people look and live young all of their life and die healthy instead of dribbling in a bowl of soup somewhere.
That's it. And as you always say, you can't look great on the outside if you're crusty on the inside. And, like you walk into a room full of Nu Skin people and they have this beautiful, healthy glow. They look amazing. And it's not just
At every age.
At every age, right? And it's not just because of the device, it's because of what they're doing to support themselves inside.
And I shared this with Susan this morning. We were chatting, and any company can make gadgets. They really can. We see so many gadgets out there in the market. But the reason why Nu Skin is as successful as what they do is because they make systems that work, whether they're topical or internal. This is a system that we can follow that will literally make changes in people's bodies and people's lives. And so, I'm super excited.
We're so lucky, aren't we?
I know. Oh my God. I think they're going to be in Australia December 1st.
Oh,
the prisons.
US is December 1st. I
think we're a bit sooner.
Did they? I know I've got mine this month. Then
yeah. No, I mean that there's some people who will have them, and then I think it's actually
November 17th. All the people that's in that 300 names
qualified.
Yes. It's not a black one. It is actually purple
one.
Yeah, that's right. I saw that.
Yes. And then December, every single person that's a BR, that's what a lot of people are trying to become a BR right now.
Yeah.
They will get. Yeah. And then January would be, what I heard is every BR will have a certain amount of codes. It's like code, when we have this new product. And so you have to give it to your downline and they can purchase it.
Right. Yes. So good.
Wow. I know. So amazing. Thank you. So you too. Oh my God. Today is like, I learned so much today. Okay. I learned the way you deliver it. I got to re-listen to it, pick up ideas. Yeah, it is great. Okay.
Thank you.
So are you ready for convention in Japan?
Oh, that's exciting. When is it? Is it
September 14th?
September 14th. I haven't booked anything yet. We should really do that.
Ask John Hobby if the I don't know, I guess Australia would book together or something like that. They may have a hotel reservations.
We really we really want to bring a group of people over to Utah to the
Yes.
company.
No, I know. That's one, but then, company will have the international convention there. So we are ready to visit Japan, take a look and
Yay.
has company
We're
there.
definitely catching up with you there, if not before.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow. So it's going to be exciting. Okay.
Yeah. Thank
you so
you.
much, friends. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Karen. I love it
Thank-
today. It's such a great show, I call it. We're going to have to call it.
Thank you. Thank you, Karen.
Thanks,
Woo.
Susan.
Victory.
I know. Yes. Thank you, everyone. If anybody has any
Okay.
questions? Yeah.
Oh, any
Other
questions?
question?
I know we forgot about them.
We forgot about everybody.
So
We got too excited.
Yeah.
Just says thank you,
Oh,
thank you, thank you. Yes, Brenda, it was the yellow capsule. The yellow one's the one with the carotenoids in it. Yeah,
Yes.
but that's the only
Ah.
question.
Yeah, that's the only question. That's great. So thank you, everyone. It was really a great talk. Learn a lot about the LifePack Nano, LifePack, how does it relate and all that stuff. So tomorrow night, we will have Helen next talk about our brand new product, colostrum. Remember we had colostrum
Wow.
IgG and then they went
Yeah.
off and then coming back in a different form.
Wow.
And
Wonderful. Got it here.
hold on. I have it right here.
Hope so.
The original colostrum was a thing, I believe, from Australia, and our government, our TGA, wouldn't approve it here, and so that the people went to America.
Yeah.
So that's what it looks like.
Oh,
The
so
little-
is it a powder?
Yeah, it's in powder. It's in powder. And the inside is a little packet. Hold on. It's this little green packet like this.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
And
Yeah.
so what,
And
you
do
put it in a drink?
And then you open up to a little white powder. Oh, anytime I talk white powder, I laugh. Because when I went to Korea first time, they stopped me because I carry facelift. And what does facelift have? White powder.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they wanted to know what it was. So it tastes like baby formula.
Ah, it's
So
baby
yummy. So yummy. Okay. What?
Marguerite, we might have to do a drinks of New Skin. We've got some amazing drinks now of New Skin. From
Yeah.
the collagen to the new biome to that colostrum stuff to our tea.
Green.
These are all
Yeah.
those drinks that we've got now. Drink your way to better health.
You want to
That's
do
a
one?
good
You want to do one? Maybe not next month. How about starting January?
Okay.
Yes,
No,
we need to
We're
go.
in.
We need to
Yeah.
do
So
it
you
for
get
us,
one
so
month off, and then you come back and think about
Yeah.
this.
yeah.
If you put it in any soup and if you don't taste anything, if you put in water, there's no taste. But if you can open up, do like this into your cup, it's a baby formula flavor.
Wow.
Okay, I'd be interested to have a taste of that, Marguerite.
You have to send us some.
Yeah, because we won't
Okay.
get it. Yeah.
Sure, that's a good idea.
I don't think our TGA will
Good
approve
idea.
it, but anyway.
I would do that. Because this is
Oh.
brand new. Anyway, I'm shipping some stuff out to Malaysia to spread out, because they're getting that time of the year. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This is
All right,
great.
lovely.
Thank
We
you.
shall see
Thank you so
everyone. Oh,
much.
new messages. Hold
We'll-
on. Let me check.
We'll
Are there
we'll
more
prepare our
messages?
drinks
No?
of New Skin.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Mm.
So we shall see everyone tomorrow, same time, same place. Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.